There's a giant storm coming. This is what true beauty looks like. Witch vibes, like an infestation. I see spiders. I have many ideas. Good morning, weirdos. It is 9 a.m. It is a dark and dreary day, and it is raining. There's a giant storm coming, yet here I am in the parking lot of a Michael's. And I'm not here because I need more stuff. I'm here for inspiration. I have a fish tank in my living room, and I don't know what to do with it. I'm thinking maybe graveyard, maybe man-eating plant. Maybe Spooky Town. I can't afford Spooky Town. I'm lying to myself. So let's go in there. And let's get inspired. But first, we need to get wet. I did find Venus flytrap plants, but I had a problem with them. Ooh, okay, I love this, but it's a little too tall. My attention strayed very quickly to decor for other rooms. I considered these spooky portraits for my hallway, but I'm repurposing my frames instead. This was the year of the ghost at Michael's, and I'm not mad about it. And now to the bedroom. This cat plate would be perfect to keep jewelry or pills on your nightstand. It was $5 on sale, way better than the original $15. Okay, back to the fish tank. Consider this. Alice in Wonderland theme, hearts, playing cards, a white rabbit losing its mind, and metal Venus flytrap plants. It was a big commitment I wasn't sure I was ready to make. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, thank you. It's gonna be about 10 more minutes of this. Just give me a second. So let's talk about Michael's. It helped me narrow down my ideas for the fish tank down to 2. And by the way, I am being attacked mercilessly by a mosquito in this house. So halfway through this, if you just see me going like this, I'm on the hunt. So the first idea I have is like a bright fall. So think like pumpkins in different colors and patterns, maybe hay bales and like leaves. I'm making like a small pumpkin patch. The second idea is like moss, mushrooms, witch vibes, like an infestation. Essentially, I am making a swamp that Yoda would love to live in. I want to start Halloween decorating this year with the TV console, and this is going to be special because this is the last time that I'm going to be decorating. My husband and I have been shopping for a new console to fit the size of our new TV. We want something grander and lighter since we're switching the color palette in the living room. We've been everywhere. Pottery Barn, Crate and Barrel, West Elm, and I think we finally found a piece that we both love, and we're buying it after Halloween. So let's decorate this IKEA unit as Ariana would say. One last time. I'm going to clear this off first so I can wipe down the surface. I kind of started, but you know, I can only get in so far. And then we'll start working on ideas. Last year, I did a witch's lair theme on the console. I wanted to expand on that this year. Usually on the first day of decorating, I take it easy and see what pieces I really want to showcase. Because I'm having a Halloween party and forcing my poor family to walk around the house as I explain these totally fictitious stories I've made up for inanimate objects. It keeps me young. I give up. I'm gonna cover it in spiderwebs either way. And then over here, I left the pile that I think I'm gonna use to decorate it. And then of course, the rest of it is in the giant pile of Halloween decor. I see spiders, I see some spider web. So this is all the spider web I found from last year. And then I did buy this new one, thank God. I had real spiders living in my fake spider web. So I was like, threw that away. I don't think this is salvageable. I'm just gonna have to use the new one. There's like a lot of spider web. I am terrible with spider web. I'm not even gonna lie. Just keep pulling, that's what they say. I feel like I'm on Project Runway. Make it work. Hello, my goodness, you like it? Yeah. I think, oh, you're so excited. This is as good as it's gonna get, so let's just decorate it. Thumbelina, my beautiful witch princess. Thumbelina is my witch's pet, who is also a witch. I also brought out the pile of skulls because my witch is holding a similar skull. And this is my gnome witch. She's smizing under that hat, believe me. 3 items in and I'm changing stuff already. So I'm brainstorming right now, and I don't think I want everything centered. So I'm gonna have my witch gnome over here doing his magic, and then Thumbelina is hanging out with all of the spell books. The witch books are a new addition from last year, but the black candles I've had forever. I got them at Target for $3 each. I went looking for my new black candles because it was the element that was going to bring cohesion to the whole design. And I was right, because when I saw the glow flickering on the skulls, I knew it was the moment that was going to make this scene. I've had a book with an eye that reminds me so much of Hocus Pocus, so obviously I featured it, and then my potions from the dollar store added more detail. I brought back Cooper, the demon dog, my witch's first pet. He doesn't need 3 heads to be a terror. And then to my surprise, my circus orphan fit the story. So I think that's it for today. I mean, I definitely like what's going on here, but I need some time to simmer on it. I need more skulls. I need more candles. I need more potions. So the next time we see each other, we're gonna be shopping. And that's a little terrifying to think about. Oh, I got to stay on budget. Isn't it nice so far though? I'm like so excited. Like it's so spooky. Ah! Mister, I need you to move. I need you to move, please. Hi. I know I missed you. I was gone forever. Oh my God. Okay. Good luck filming anything with a dog. That's all I'm gonna say. So before I show you what I bought, let's talk about HomeGoods, because that was one of the best trips I've ever had to that store. I was flabbergasted. I was speechless. It is way too late in the season for me to be buying this many things. I was originally just gonna do this like in the car, but this guy parked in front of me and then he didn't get out. And the eye contact was a little too much for me. It was just a tiny bit. So I was like, okay, home. So here we are. First off, the dog toys. They were adorable. There was like a lot of Disney characters and villains, and I just wanted to decorate with them. Like I didn't want to give them to my dogs so they would have like a slow and horrible death. I swear he's not that bad. He's just a lot all the time, all at once. Oscar worthy. I need this for the next one. So as you guys know, I do have this pair of glittery witch boots, which are very like Wicked Witch of the West. They had a pair that was like super tall, glittery laces, fur. It was like a Lady Gaga witch, you guys. I had to stop myself from buying those. And then the last item that I really considered buying, but I didn't, was this container that was shaped like a cauldron, but the top looked like green bubbles and it was super shiny, super perfect, gleaming, dream come true. But I was like, once again, I'm like, what am I gonna do with that? What am I gonna do with that? So I'm gonna push you guys way back so that I can finally open this stuff and show you what I did get. Also, I'm going to be tallying up how much I spent and adding it to the Halloween total for 2025 to see if I really stuck to my budget, because I have a budget and I'm about to reveal it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I got this sign at the dollar store like a couple of years back, but I've decided I'm gonna do like a witch's apothecary shop. And I hope to God that I'm saying that correctly because I did not Google it. Okay, so potions, skulls, magic. My witch gnome is getting a whole backstory, which I will make up as I decorate. But basically this was what I had in mind as I was shopping. It wasn't blindly shopping, I had ideas. I have many ideas. So the first thing I bought were these LED black candles. Hello, Sir, by Silvestro. And let me show you that flicker. Wow, look at that flicker. I know you care so much, but the main reason I got these was because they come with a remote control, which is gonna save me a lot of time to like, you know, set up the vibe. I'm like, I'm done, which unfortunately was why they were so expensive because I think they were like, how much were they? They were $25, which is a little bit on the higher end that I like to pay for things. I'm very cheap, but they are definitely fantastic and I need more candles on here to create that mood. I need a mood. Up next, I have these like mossy skulls and they're gonna go in the Witch Frog's Swamp. Wow, that is like a handful to say, but I think they're gonna add like a little bit of are they upside? I think they're going to add an extra spooky factor to the swamp, and turns out they are outdoor safe. Originally they were like $17, but I only paid $12, so I think that's a great deal. So the pumpkins were amazing this year. They came in every color, every size, every pattern. The transparency was different. So I had a really hard time picking which one I wanted, but then I surprised myself by going very traditional because this is the pumpkin that I got, and she's literally got a brown stem and then she's orange, but she's got a little bit of a sparkle to her. So I'm debating whether I'm gonna put her in the kitchen or in the TV console because I feel like I need a little bit of a hint of orange for my gnome to stand out. Isaac Mizrahi strikes again. Isaac, you're killing it. You're killing it. Who said you got fired from Project Runway? I didn't. I never said that. I paid $15 and it was worth every penny. Now, before I reveal the last thing that I bought, I wanted to show you all of this moss that I bought off Amazon, which shipped overnight. Is it gonna be enough for a 20-gallon tank? We're gonna find out together. But it was very cheap. It was only $10, so I can't complain. And last, but certainly not least, we have my Witch Frog Swamp Queen. I don't know her story yet. I don't know her name yet, but when I saw her, I couldn't leave her behind, okay? This is perfection. This is what true beauty looks like, okay? So she's performing some kind of magical ritual. She's on top of a light up pumpkin, which grows in the swamp because magic. And I can't wait to see what she does there. It's gonna be amazing. Spoiler alert, my sisters are terrified of frogs. Since I was 5 years old, it was essentially my job to get the frogs out of the house because my dad was away working. So it's just a bunch of teenage girls, my mom, and then me, and then the 5-year-old had to take all of the frogs out of the house while they were screaming. So this might cause a little bit of PTSD. Haha, we shall see, but I'm gonna surprise them and I hope they love her. I think they will. She was $25, so that brings my total to $199. And then what was my budget? It was $200 actually. So I have a whole $1 to spend. Where should we go? Dollar store, dollar store. I'm overwhelmed, you're overstimulated. Let's crank up the Halloween. Here we go. Good morning, weirdos. I am so tired and so sleepy today, but there's been some behind the scenes drama relating to the TV console, so let me give you a full tour. I removed some of the lighting to set up the spooky vibe, and we'll start on the left side. We have cousin Steve, the original owner, who passed down the shop to my witch. His haunted painting comes alive at night, and two of his arms were encased in molten silver to become candlesticks. We have Cooper the demon dog. His laser eyes are a force to be reckoned with. This mummified skull with a snake was once part of an Egyptian museum exhibit. Pick your king. And yes, these candles are new. We'll talk about it later, but they're covered in spiderweb because my witch is busy and she can't always be cleaning. Also, spiders are ingredients for potions and just fun to have around. This pumpkin adds a pop of color and can be hurled at shoplifters because it's made out of stone. And you guys know how much work and love I put into every potion. Some say this one smells very Italian. And then in the middle, I have the cauldrons where the potions sold here are made. This set was bought secondhand from the Sanderson sisters. And I love how the fire came out. And currently cooking, we have eyes, Thumbelina just hanging out, and a human heart. And then we have the shop owner, the gnome witch, a style icon. Her main power comes from skulls, so she has a pile lying around for spells. This remains my favorite corner in the whole console because of the eerie glow. And then her main spell book is over here, and her executioner / bodyguard, my circus orphan. He's moved up in the world. I'm so proud of him. And you're wondering, oh Elsa, weren't there 3 candles over here? Where's the small one? It broke. It broke already. That's part of the drama. I'm not happy about it, especially because I bought more of them over here. So let's move on. Life continues, but I did keep the originals over here, and then back here, and they add an extra glow. I love the story. The Apothecary shop is here to stay. This year I did something controversial. I only took out one of my twins because I wanted to keep my Roomba because this dog sheds like you would not believe. And then up here we have my bat wreath, or should I say my bat hurricane. What if they all kind of like came from the center of the bat hurricane? And they're all like going in different directions. You think that would look good? I'm very proud. I had a lot of fun trying to match the bats, and I like how they're flying in different directions because my witch is hunting them to make potions. And then this chair has my new blanket from last year that is covered in witches, very chic and minimal. And then we have the 2 buddies. One is a witch and she has a hint of a sparkle, and the other one is a pumpkin family, which I've owned for a while now. My family is going to really enjoy the Halloween party. So the reason I bought the new candles was because I had a $20 reward in my TJ Maxx card. So the total I spent this year is in fact $204, which is $4 over budget, but I was okay with that until one of them broke. But it's okay. We'll move on. It's okay. These things happen, Elsa. You don't have to kill anybody. And off we go to the swamp. This console is in one of the corners of my living room and has the fabled fish tank. I started by placing a blue towel down for height and terrain variation. FYI, I bought fake moss, but I think they accidentally sent me real moss because my dog loved it and it smelled super earthy. You have to crush it in your hands so it falls apart. I concentrated on covering the corners first to hide the towel, and it used about 20% of the bag. Then I moved on to the center, trying to break up my small bag of moss as best as I could. I turned on the light and it brightened it so much. Then I had to move the whole display because my frog was way too big to fit through the top. Eventually, I got her through. My mossy skulls blended so well. They look like they came with the moss. And I went hunting for rocks in the backyard to add some texture, blending them in with a little sprinkle. It came out way nicer than I had imagined. Once again, I had so much fun doing this. My witch frog is the queen of her swamp and frenemies with the gnome witch.
Take my hand if you dare to stay. Feel the rush, take my breath away. If we fall, then we fall in flames. One more time, here we go again. Under the lights, we are transcending gravity. Pulse the rhythm like stars, we're
Thank you for brainstorming with me. I know this was really chaotic. Up next, I'll share with you guys my full house tour as well as my Halloween costume. So until next time, bye. Oh, is that the garbage truck? You get a dog, you become like a teacher. Is that the, let's spell garbage truck. Look at the garbage truck. Worth it. We're gonna be, oh, thank you. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh.